Hey Steph, it's Leslie. Okay, so I've tried to re-record this a couple of times. I know you think I'm probably ignoring you, but I do not understand what is wrong with this thing. So I apologize. The technical aspect of iShowU, which is the company the program that I use to do these recordings, I just don't know that I fully understand. However, today I got a new download, updated versions. I'm hoping that helps. So we're going to try this one more time. Okay, so anyway, back to your pricing. Like I said in the little bit of the first video that you got, your pricing is way too low. And I say that from experience because when I first started out, I was way too low. So please know that I completely understand, where you're coming from. I've been there. So I totally relate. I'm not just somebody that started charging a ton of money and makes a lot of money and then tells everybody else to do the same. No, I've worked my way up slowly, so I totally understand. But from my experience, starting out really low like you're doing is going to hurt you in the long run because you're never going to be able to dig yourself sort of out of that cheap mentality of the clients that you're currently servicing. So I would immediately change your pricing. It's December, so might as well wait till January, but I would just start over. And if you're not confident enough to be charging more than $50, then you don't need to be charging at all, because $50 is not worth your time. It's not worth your effort. I don't care how good or bad your photos are. It's not worth it. So you've got to either stop charging and do some more sessions until you feel confident, or change those prices. So that is my ultimate goal in trying to get you to do right now, because you've got to, you are shooting yourself in the foot. You are not making any money. If you divided that out, $50, oh my God, you're not even making minimum wage for all that you're doing. So, and it looks like you've got newborns, children, and families all at $50. First of all, newborns take way longer, so that should be a completely separate price. Most newborn sessions take every bit of 3 hours, if not 4, because you're there, you're lugging all your stuff, you're setting up all your stuff, you're, waiting on the baby to go to sleep, then the baby's crying, then you're feeding the baby, and all that stuff. It takes a lot of patience and takes a lot of time. So the newborns should be more, period, hands down. Children and families, I think you should at least charge $150 for a session, and don't include anything. That is just for your time, for your talent, for driving there, for driving home, and that good stuff. So that needs to change. Okay, so here's the thing. If you're not confident enough to charge more, what you can do is go ahead and update your pricing to whatever the new pricing will be, and then say to all your clients, my prices are changing as of January. However, I will do portfolio building for 1 more month. So if you want a photo session, get in while I'm doing portfolio building, and then my new pricing will take effect as such and such a date, or however long you feel the need, that you still need to get some practice in there. But at least that starts educating potential clients that you are to be taken serious. $50, I hate to say it, I really don't mean this mean, but that is not something that people take serious. People are going to try to cheap, get it for cheap, and those aren't the kind of clients you want. Trust me, I have people try to, people that have tons of money, still want me to charge what I used to charge a long time ago, which was like $150 for a CD, which is incredibly cheap, but it's still more than what you're doing. And they want me to still do that. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Trust me when I say it's taken me a long time, because I'm like, oh, well, I want the client. Oh, I want the client. I'm so scared not to give them what they want because I don't want to lose the client. It's taken me a long time, but you know what? I finally have gotten to the point where I'm like, if they don't want to pay me, then oh well. You know what? That's fine. In fact, I'll give you an example. Today, I had a past client who got some photos taken a couple of weeks ago, and the last time she got photos taken, I was extremely new. I charged $150 for the session and $150 for the CD. So the only thing I would ever make was $300, which is insane. But that's what she paid the last time. So this time she writes me an email and says, I love the pictures, but can I just buy the CD for $150? And I said, No, my pricing has changed. I sent you the pricing guide. Most people don't pay attention to the pricing guide, so let me send it to you again. I maybe didn't say that part, but still, it's true. Most clients don't pay attention to the pricing guide until they are ready to order. So I just said, here's the pricing guide again. The CD comes in the top package. You're welcome to purchase that, but it also comes with a couple of prints, because my experience is that people that buy the CD, especially when it's a cheap CD, don't end up doing anything with that CD. In other words, they never make any prints, they never put them up on their wall, they put the CD in a drawer, and they never think about it again. Those aren't the kind of clients you want. So now I've got the CD in a package that comes with wall prints and a couple of gift prints, and the CD, but the CD is more for them to like have forever type thing, rather than them to really make any prints and stuff from, because they're getting those in the top package. Well, anyway, so I told her that that's the only way the CD came, and she wrote back and said, well, I think I'm gonna do the middle package. The middle package is 3 times as much as she paid for the CD the last time. So while it's still not my top package and it doesn't include the CD, she's still going to buy more, because I just said this is the way it is, period. So it takes a lot of confidence. And not that I have it, I really don't, but it just I think what I have more than confidence is just tired of people trying to walk all over me to get something for nothing. And so that gives me the confidence to say, this is the way it is. You know, I'd love for you to purchase something, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. You know what I mean? So you will get there. I know you will. It takes time. It takes time building it. But what I want you to get out of this more than anything is you need to start a little bit higher, so that when you start to grow and get better and get better clients and all this stuff, you're not jumping so far. In other words, from $50 to $150 is a huge leap. $50 to $500, huge leap. You don't want to make those huge leaps. You don't want to do that. So change your pricing. And like I say, if you're not comfortable enough actually charging higher prices yet, put the pricing out there, the higher pricing out there, and just say, for such and such amount of time, I am still portfolio building, and you can get in right now for nothing, basically. Or, you know, and then as of a certain date, my pricing is going to be this. That's totally acceptable, and it starts getting you the clients that you want. So that's a big thing. Okay, so a la carte pricing needs to be more. Gift prints, it'd be good if you first of all, okay, the thing I've learned, and this may not be true for your particular clients, but 5x7s and 8x10s, most of them are not going to want them mounted because they don't fit in traditional frames that you can just buy anywhere. And when they're buying something so small like an 8x10 or 5x7, they're not getting special frames for them. They just want to go to Hobby Lobby and buy a frame. So I would do gift prints 8x10 or smaller, not mounted, all the same price. $45, $40, something like that. Maybe $35 if you don't feel quite comfortable, but nothing less. 11x14 should be more, and it should be mounted. 16x20 should be more, and it should be mounted. Your canvases need to be way more. Your wallets need to be more. Your digital files need to be more. They need to be at least $50 each if they're going to buy them separately. Now, in a CD, they don't necessarily have to be that much, but individual digital files can be purchased for $50 each. Hands down, you've got to. That is just, I mean, you've got to think about digital files and the fact that they can print them 500 times and you're never going to make any more money off of them. So $10 is not worth your time to even put it on a CD. Never mind the fact that the CD is probably going to cost you $2 or $3. Burning it's going to take time. Packaging it's going to cost you several dollars. If you print your CDs, that's going to cost you several dollars. By now, you've eaten up all of your $10. So you've got to up that. Your custom announcements probably need to be more. I don't do announcements, so I don't know exactly who you're ordering from and that kind of thing. But here's a rule of thumb. Most of your prints and products need to be either doubled or tripled from what they cost you to make you any money. That's a good rule of thumb. Now, granted, there's, eventually you need to be more than that, but that's a good starting point. So you need to go, in fact, here's your homework for pricing. I would like for you to write down every single thing that it cost you to do a 5x7, an 8x10, 11x14, all of these items, your total cost. That includes the time it took you to order it, the shipping, the packaging, the print itself, whether you got it mounted or not, whether you had the UV stuff on it or not, all of that stuff, and make a list of your cost of goods and then send it to me, and then I will send you back how much I think you should charge. You've got to go with it from that aspect, from the cost of goods aspect. Same thing with pricing your sessions. I mean, you've got to think about what's in that. Your time to plan the session, your time to travel to and from the session, the time you spent at the session. All of that good stuff needs to be in there. Emails back and forth. I mean, all of this stuff takes you time, and you need to be paid for it. Even if it's just $10 an hour, you need to start somewhere and make sure you're getting paid for every single aspect of a session, start to finish, including product. So make a list, send it to me, and I'll go over it. Okay, let's see. Seniors. Okay, I like that you give them some tips here. That's awesome. Okay, I mean, hands down, your sessions need to be more, no doubt. Let's see. My theory on having the digital pics in the first package, I don't think you need to have any digital pictures in the first package. I think the only way to put, if digital pictures are what you think your clients mostly want, then you've got to use that bottom package to push them up to the next package. So they need to get the bare minimum with that package, which is an outfit, a location, and the session, period, done. That should be your bottom. Then your middle should maybe, if you want to include digital images, that's fine. But you need to charge more because, again, $150 should be your just basic session fee. And then I probably would not offer this last package deal here because 5 outfits and 5 locations is a lot for a senior. I think maybe you say unlimited as time allows. That way you're not stuck into the 5. Because if for some reason you ran out of time or whatever and you didn't get all the 5, then you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. So maybe you say unlimited outfits and locations as time allows 2 hours and do it like that. But you got to charge more because they're getting, I mean, honestly, $350 for the session and the makeup should be about right. It's just that you don't need to include these digital pics unless you're going to up the chart, unless you're going to up it. I don't have a problem selling digital files. I think if that's what you think your clients want, then that's what you should do. You just are going to have to make them where they have to pay for them. I don't know if you've thought about doing some product for seniors. You could always structure your pricing to where your bottom, like you have sessions, and then you have collections separate. Like session, you basically have your basic senior session at $150, and you have your unlimited senior session with hair and makeup and more outfits and more locations for $350. Done. I would not offer the mini sessions, to be honest with you, the 30-minute session, because I feel like that allows the people that want your photo but don't want to pay for it to come in and get it cheap. I don't actually offer mini sessions in my families for that very reason, because I do offer mini sessions once a year for past clients only, because I do not want new clients coming in and getting my quality of work cheaper because they got a mini session versus a regular session. I want people to have to pay for the experience of me and their photography without trying to go cheap on it. And I think that having a session like that is going to find cheaper clients, and that's not what you need. I know, it's kind of scary to lose some clients, but really trust me when I say you do not want those cheap clients. They end up being the worst client there is. So I would take that one off. If you want to go through and do a session and then have collections, then I would do a bottom collection that just has some gift prints and maybe a wall print done. Middle section that maybe has either a wall print or a canvas, more gift prints, and maybe 10 digital files. And then maybe your top collection could be all the digital files plus an album or plus a wall print or plus a canvas. Not all those things, just some of those things, whatever you think your clients mostly want. Then I would say that they get free Facebook images or a free sticky album, so they look like they're getting a bonus item that really doesn't cost you a lot of money. So that's kind of how I would do it. And if you want to jot down some ideas of what you might want to offer and send that back to me along with the homework of the cost of goods thing, that will be fine. Let's see. Definitely charge a fee outside of Idaho Falls. That's, yeah, you cannot drive. I don't know how far that is for you, but you cannot drive further than your normal town for no more money. Yeah, you got to up the digital prints. I'm just looking through this one more time. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the bottom line is let's raise your prices. Let's look at your cost of goods and really know what those are and how we can move forward. And again, let's go ahead and put a new price list together, and then let's chat about when you think you might feel confident to actually charge it. But let's go ahead and get it out there. I mean, January is a perfect time to change that pricing. Okay. And I think you asked me a question in a follow-up email. Hold on a minute. Thanks, just here. Thought you. Oh well. I thought there was a follow-up question I wanted to address. Maybe I'm missing it. So if there was, let me know. But those are my thoughts, and I really I'm being a little tough on you because I've been there and done that. So I totally understand. And I really just want to help you move past it, because when you get to the point where you feel confident and feel confident in what you're charging, you'll be so much better. I promise. I mean, it'll be, so much easier to do business. You won't feel anxious. I mean, I know the feeling. You feel like, oh God, I don't want to charge more because I don't want to lose a client or this, that, and the other. But I think with time and with working and talking it out with me and whoever else that you might be close to, will help you. But I do think that let's go ahead and get some of those prices changed. And like I say, send me over your cost of goods, and send me over some items that you might want to include in collections, and let's work out a new pricing plan. Okay. I think, you're getting it. You sort of have the basics down. We just need to up it so you are getting paid what you deserve. Okay. I hope you have a good weekend. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. I sure hope this one uploads correctly. If not, we'll do a Skype and I'll repeat all this to you. Okay. Talk to you soon.